Hey plant fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jaclynn and this is my jungle. If you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you because today we have to discuss my September favorites, my top 5 favorite plants for the month of September. And let me tell you, I feel like I say this every month, but like, wasn't it just the beginning of September, like yesterday? So I was like, holy crap, I gotta make another favorites video already. I haven't even really put any thought into what are my favorite plants for the month of September because September has felt so insane and chaotic and your girl has not been like mentally well, but I am excited to be here and talk to you guys about my plants today and some of my favorite plants. So I really kind of had to sit down and think about which ones have, because I've been spending a lot of time in the plant room. It's been kind of like a refuge for me in here to just throw myself into plant chores, and just taking care of my plants has been really nice, and it's resulted in the plant room actually being really neat and organized for once. At least on that side of the camera, not so much over here behind me right now, I'm not gonna lie. But I really had to sit down and think about like, okay, I've been spending a lot of time just sitting on the floor in the plant room looking at my plants. Which ones have I really been looking at quite a bit, and which ones have I been eager to want to show people? So those are the ones that I'm going to share with you guys today. A lot of them are newer to my collection, so if you've missed any videos leading up to this one, this is a good way to kind of just see some of the new stuff that I've got. So my shirt today says Anti-Social Plant Club. This is another amazing design from Corey over at Rat Trap Artistry. I don't actually know what color this shirt is. It's some sort of like light blue, I think. I just really like the way that the pink looks on the blue, and it's different from what I would normally wear, colors I would normally wear, so I like it. And you guys can go and snag this design over on Palmstreet. She's also doing my merch, which is going to drop literally like in the next week of whenever you're seeing this. I'm not exactly sure when this video is going to go up, but my merch will be on her website for you guys to purchase very soon, as well as over on Palmstreet. So let's get into the video. Okay, so number 1 on my list today is one that I purchased recently on Palmstreet, and I got it from my friend Matt over at the Plant Ward in Worcester, Massachusetts, which is just about a 2-hour drive from where I am here in New Hampshire. And I do make that drive like a couple of times a month to go down there and visit the greenhouse, get inventory, and just like see my friends. So I snagged this plant from him on Palmstreet, and then I went to go pick it up so you guys wouldn't have seen it. I haven't posted it anywhere unless you were in that live on Palmstreet and watched me buy it. You haven't seen this one, and I'm obsessed. So obviously I had to put it at number 1 on my list. If you guys remember when I made my wish list for 2025, I really wanted to acquire some nice variegated anthurium. Look at this thing. Holy guacamole. This is my variegated Forgetii X Papilamaminum. Do you see this leaf? Like, come on now. Are you kidding me? It definitely hardens off into a lighter color, but that green and yellow on that new emergent, it's so good. So it's safe to say that I definitely find myself staring at this one quite a bit because, I mean, how are you gonna not? So yeah, I mean, this one's kind of just a no-brainer because, well, look at her. She's beautiful. So this is definitely going to be a stunner in my collection as it continues to get big. This is an offset off of one of Matt's plants that he has that I'm always eyeballing in the greenhouse. So when he had this up for sale for like, I think he sold it to me for like $300 which is insane, or $350 maybe, but regardless, that's an insane price. Anybody else would have been charging $500 to $700 for a variegated anthurium this size, so you know I had to snag it. And this was, if you guys remember, I was kind of laughing that my budget for PlantCon kind of got chopped in half. This plant is why. I bought this like a few days before PlantCon, and I was like, you're killing me. You're killing me. But I certainly couldn't let someone else buy it. That would have been literally devastating. I would have probably cried a little bit. And honestly, this is way better than anything that I would have been able to snag at PlantCon anyway for the price. So, variegated Forgetii X Papillium is number 1 on my list of favorites for the month of September, and probably just going to be on my list of my favorite anthurium, favorite plants in my collection, period. So, all right, fam. So number 2 on my list of favorites for the month of September is another variegated anthurium. And it's one that you've seen. It was probably on my favorites list a couple of months ago, but it put out a new leaf. And it's so pretty. And I did just share it over on my Instagram. I haven't really been active on Instagram. I'm not going to lie. I kind of periodically delete Instagram and then re-download it when I want to post something. So if you've been trying to reach me on Instagram, I don't have it on my phone right now. So, but I did post a photo of this one, and like, come on now. Can you blame me? Look at this thing. Focus. There you go. This is my variegated magnificum crossed with red vein dark phoenix, and the camera really does not pick up on the color well, but she has this really beautiful pink vein and these beautiful pink margins. You could probably see, nope, can't even see it on the back of the leaf. She's starting to harden off now, but when she was just coming out, when she was a fresh emergent, she had these beautiful pink veins with that stunning like green on green kind of like chartreusey variegation that this plant does, and I'm just totally obsessed with her. Definitely need to uppot this one. I snagged this one from Jax's Jungle a few months back, and I have just been totally in love with her ever since. But this new leaf is so good that I don't even care if I put her on the list last month. I would put her on the list again this month because she's just so good. Let me know if you guys want me to do a video showing you just like all of my variegated anthurium in my collection, because I have acquired quite a few this year and I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed with all of them. So let me know in the comments below if that's something you would be interested in seeing. I got a new one over at PlantCon as well, so I'm just like constantly adding to my variegated anthurium collection, and this one I have a feeling will always be one of my favorites just in terms of her beautiful shape and her beautiful colors that I feel like the camera really doesn't do her justice. So number 2 on my list is my variegated magnificum crossed with red vein dark phoenix. Number 3 might be surprising because it's actually a philodendron, and I feel like it's a philodendron that you probably wouldn't expect, and it's a philodendron that I feel like I don't ever really show you and I don't really talk about, but I've had it for a while. I purchased 2 of them, actually, because I like this plant so much that I snagged 2 to put them in a pot together on a pole. And I've had them since they were small, and they're finally starting to get a little bit more mature, and I cannot stop staring at the leaves on this plant. I just watered her, so she's still a little floppy, but it is my Philodendron bobsy mint. You probably can't even see how beautiful she is on camera, but she has this really stunning minty green on green variegation. And the thing I really love about bobsy is as they mature, they get these really fun kind of like serrated leaves. And I do think that this is a philodendron that is just very commonly slept on, and I'm not really sure why. So I wanted to put her on the list so that you guys can see how stunning she is, and so that I can talk to you about how much I love Philodendron bobsy. This is one that I had grown in its green form previously, but when I saw this little minty babe, and she's getting more minty as she matures, this is the newest leaf on one of the plants in there. I'm just like really kind of obsessed with her. I think she's a really beautiful plant, and I look forward to continuing to watch her grow. So I wanted to put her on the list because I'd be lying if I said I hadn't really been enjoying her and staring at her quite a bit. She's working on some new leaves, and I'm excited to see them. I'm definitely going to start trying to get her to attach to the pole here and get her to sit upright a little bit more, because again, I just think she's really, really stunning. I just watered her, so I'm trying not to let it pee all over me. But look at that variegation. Isn't that beautiful? I know that green on green and like minty is not necessarily for everyone, but I just think it's so subtle and so pretty, and these leaves in person are just way more beautiful than the camera actually shows them. So I had to put her on my list. Number 3 of my favorites for September is my Philodendron bobsy mint variegated. So if you can get your hands on one of these, I 10 out of 10 recommend it. She's really easygoing, easy growing, and she doesn't grow stupid. Like, her growth pattern is not stupid like a lot of other philodendron that I hate. So if I love a philodendron, you should trust me that it's a good philodendron, because I probably only have like maybe 10 in my collection at this point. So there you go, number 3. Okay, so the last 2 on my list are Hoya, and they are newer Hoya to my collection. One you would have already seen in a little unboxing short that I did for you guys, but just in case you missed it, I wanted to show it to you here because I'm obsessed. Hoya obovata has always been one of my favorite Hoya. It's just an OG, like you really can't go wrong. I still have my inner variegated splash in a big hanging basket over here. I love obovata. It was one of my first Hoya that I ever had in my collection, and when I saw that there was an albo version of it, you know, I had to grab it. So this is coming from Bare Root Botanicals. This is the Hoya obovata albo marginata. There's some hard water stains on the leaf, but look at that new one. There were 2. One of them I knocked it off accidentally, but this one is getting bigger, and it's super duper variegated, and it's so cute. It's so stinking cute, you guys. And out of like a lot of the newer Hoya that I've gotten in the last couple of weeks, this one is definitely one of my favorites, and she's not even expensive. Like, I bought so many other more expensive Hoya in the month of September than this one, but I think this one is one of my favorites, and I think that she's just going to be a stunner. She's going to be a great grower. I love obovata because of how thick and round the leaves are, and they're just so easygoing, easy growing. They're fairly easy to bloom as well, so I'm hoping that maybe this one will get large enough one day that it'll give me a peduncle, because my other one just doesn't seem to want to bloom for me whatsoever. But Hoya obovata albo is number 4 on my list of favorites for the month of September, because, like, look at her. Look at her. She's beautiful, and you can't even blame me. But I'm very excited to show you number 5 because you haven't seen this one. And this is another one that I picked up from Matt over at the Plant Ward. I picked it up when I just went to go get inventory for you guys, but I had to get one of these for myself. And that is the Hoya polyneura inner variegated. Look at how nice and full this pot is. So if you guys have been looking for this one, he does have them over at the Plant Ward, and he is on Palmstreet. So make sure you go and give them a follow and hop into the next live that they do, and you can ask him for one of these. So I snagged this when I was at the greenhouse because previously he had actually given me some cuttings, and they all rotted very, very slowly over time. They all rotted, and I was so sad and so disappointed because I had them in the same exact setup that I have all of my Hoya in. So it was kind of just like unavoidable. There wasn't anything that I would have necessarily done differently. It happens sometimes, you guys. Like, propagations just fail sometimes, and that's okay. That doesn't make you a bad grower. You're not a bad plant parent. I promise you, we all kill plants, and sometimes, again, propagations just fail to root, and it's really not your fault. So I had to get a new one that was already established and rooted in the greenhouse so that I didn't have to root it myself. There's like 3 or 4 separate plants in here. Really, really nice full pot, and I very much look forward to watching this one grow and get bigger. I can't decide if I like the inner variegated or the outer variegated on the polyneura more. I think I definitely, obviously, I still have my Jasminka right here. Love Jasminka more than any of the other ones, and there's like so many other expensive polyneura varieties out there that apparently I also need. I have this like desire to want to collect all of the polyneura subspecies, and I don't know why. Probably because they're just so stinking cute. They are a little bit on the thinner side though, so they can be pretty thirsty. These are ones you're going to want to keep well watered, but otherwise I love her. And she's really pretty, and I'm really excited to watch her continue to grow. So I had to put these 2 Hoya on my list of favorites for the month of September because they are 2 of my favorites that I have recently brought into my collection in the month of September. Actually, I think bobsy and one of those variegated babes are the only 2 that I've had for a while. The rest are new. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what some of your favorite plants are for the month of September. Did you get anything new? Do you have Hoya blooms? I'm fine. Everything is fine. My Matilde was just blooming. My Sunrise has nonstop been blooming. My Lacanosa has been blooming. They're making a mess everywhere. It's like just like sticky. Everybody always wants a Hoya bloom until you have like 30 of them, and then they're all just like sticky, sappy on the floor and stuck to the window, and they make such a mess. They're so pretty, but they make such a mess. But I would love to know in the comments below, and you guys can go to my community tab now and share photos with me. So if you go to my homepage here on YouTube and click over to the community tab, you can actually share photos with me now. So I would love to know and love to see some of your favorite plants for the month of September and why. And if you have any Hoya blooms, girl, you better share them with me. I always want to see those Hoya blooms and those new emerging Anthurium leaves. You guys know those are 2 of my favorite things that get me excited. So I'm going to stop talking. I love you guys. If you enjoyed this video, you should give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. If you watched this whole entire video, leave me some sunshine emojis because your girl could use a little sunshine and positivity in her life. Make sure you just say hi to me in the comments below, even if you don't really have much to say. It does help me out a lot with the algorithm, and I just really love hearing from you guys. So I love you again so very much. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I also hope that I see you in the next one. Bye!